All right, boys, we start where we just sort of finished there with the draft lottery. The Calgary Flames were one lottery ball away, Dean, from not getting Connor Bedard. But, yep, the second draw, if it was a 13 instead of a 6, Calgary would have drafted 6th overall, which, again, sounds close, but really isn't. There's lots of numbered balls in there. So, yeah.
There were a lot of teams that were one ball away.
Yes, yeah. Ever a ball away from a hole in one? Maybe, what do they say, hand grenades and horseshoes? Close really doesn't count for shit. Like if you're one off from winning the 50-50, like, no, you're not. They might have drawn a totally different number. I
understood that too, because I feel like in horseshoes you need to like.
No, because you can have a ringer or you can be within a length.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, that's right.
Because I feel like a hand grenade, you don't need to be all that close.
Ringer? Like you're leaner? Hand grenades, yeah, it's bigger.
Right? I feel like you've got a little bit more room for.
That's fair. Depending how big the hand grenade is. I don't know a lot about hand grenades. Right? You ever thrown a hand grenade?
I'm trying to recall. No, I don't think I have.
Yep. Okay.
You dropped a bomb in that taxi in Kelowna that one time.
Oh, dear.
The odd bomb, yeah.
Yeah. Disgusting.
As you noted, the Calgary Flames floated a loose timeline, intentionally or not, for the hiring of a new general manager. As part of the draft day festivities, Brendan Parker of Flames TV chatted with Don Maloney about amateur scouting meetings, la. Yes, you would want to have your GM in place for amateur scouting meetings. That makes sense. And they're a few weeks away. And yeah, so that gives us a tighter timeline. I don't know. We've heard a few names leaked, but safe to say this thing is well underway, and that doesn't leave a ton of time before we should expect to hear the next general manager of the Calgary Flames. Rhett, have they got back to you?
Which, like I said earlier, is irrelevant because they all do the same damn thing. So, I mean,
that's right.
Throw a dart at a board and let's go.
That's right.
Drop a bomb and just move on.
The dart land on Rhett. Let's go. Come on. Let's go to the lottery. Let's see how how's the internet reacting to last night's extremely well-oiled machine and non-conspiratorial as of top 20 trending topics in the U.S. right now. Top 4 Blackhawks rigged Bettman Beach. Oh, this is a tough look for the league. Their best possible outcome occurred, which reminded us of one of their worst disciplinary sessions. Finding $2 million, the Chicago Blackhawks, not, multiple picks for, something like, whoops, we made you put on gym shorts and ride a bike. One seems more egregious than the other. Frank was talking about Bettman's legacy. I feel like a lot of that was on Twitter last night. That it is crazy when you look back at the punishment that the punishment that they were given. Like $2 million to an organization probably valued at over $2 billion. Like, is that even a parking ticket? I understand that a lot of people lost their jobs, but like, Jesus, it feeds the conspiracy again. Like, Gary, get out of your own way.
More to what Frank was saying too. Like, some people didn't know. Anyway, I'm not kidding.
For the Chicago Blackhawks, and again, like some kids came in and rode a bike in Arizona. They lost a first rounder. How many picks did the Blackhawks lose for covering up a sexual abuse scandal? Seems weird. Okay, we'll move along. Speaking of Blackhawks, they're back in the money. They sold some tickets last night. And why wouldn't you? Connor Bedard's coming to town in the hours after, more than their $2 million fine they paid for the Kyle Beach scandal. They've recouped that in season tickets with just the Connor Bedard news alone. That feels not right and very wrong. And then, we had the Kevin Weeks gaffe that you just played. Aaron Portzline, who we saw, was there. Dave Hodge had this to say: as if the NHL ping pong lottery wasn't complicated enough, the TV gaffe that took Columbus out of the number 1 running before Bill Daly announced it almost stole Chicago Bedard's thunder. Embarrassing. Dave Hodge is good from the top rope, isn't he?
Why did they pre... they got to get the cards right and the bingo balls and all that stuff. But then they go live? Why don't they pre-record that as like this is stupid.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
not a lot of it makes sense.
I never. It's.
You know what this is really is?
My boy Weeksy.
This is boring and dense. That's what this is. You know what we need? Something fun, light, and fluffy. Oh, by the way, the league's refusing to comment. That's going to help this go away too. Do you remember? I wasn't sure if it happened on the show or not, but I'm pretty sure it didn't because I don't remember doing it on the show. I remember sending it to friends. There was someone, AI is getting very smart. It's almost got Rhett the GM job already. It's making music. It's creating more AIs of itself. It's going to overrule us very soon, I'm sure, Rhett. Be very worried. Also, though, it can create some images and create, like anything you ask it to.
I saw a good one of Jeff Bezos as Vin Diesel on.
Yeah, so and anything like that. Yeah, there was a series of Canadian hockey players as country music stars. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Canadian politicians as rockers, whatever. Like you can ask AI to create all kinds of crazy shit. Somebody, I think it was a week and a half ago, asked AI to create mascots for NFL teams. So I don't know if this ever got on the show. I think it was the day I left. So Rhett, just as a little sampling, here was what AI did for the NFL. That was the Bills fucking mascot. This is like they're so bad they're good. It's amazing.
It's like that dancing Calgary Wrangler guy.
So Rhett's a Bills fan. That's our first one. I'm a Chargers guy. We got a.
I can't wait to get that tattoo. Oh,
so this looks like some sort of I don't know. Is that a Japanese cartoon action hero? The Chargers. Okay, sure. There was also we got Wolverine here's a big Packers guy, right? So. So these are all just,
that won't scare the kids.
No, that's worse than the Oilers links. And then I think we got Jacko's a big Steelers fan as well. So let's see what the Steelers got. Like, what the hell is going on?
That is terrible.
I was going to put Dean's favorite team up, but he doesn't have an NFL team because he's the only person on earth that doesn't cheer for an NFL team. I don't. Yeah. Have you figured out why that is?
One. I kind of like that one.
There's the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland rocks.
Yeah.
You got to be tough. The Cowboys was especially good. The Dolphins were good. What else have we got in the NFL file? Let's dump them here. Yeah, the Cowboys one's perfect. It's just delusional America's team. It's Jera's team right there. Anyway, so it was good fun. I'd forgotten all about it. It was about 10 days ago. I've killed a lot of brain cells since then. Never mind all the other shit I've gone through.
I do love that this is what we're using AI for.
I mean, it can do anything. If you want to start taking over the world, you could do that. But I'm more interested in what the mascots could look like.
Yeah, like figuring out real world problems, things that could really affect our daily life in a positive way. Or we could have a guy in a fat shirt from Cleveland wearing Browns jersey. Yeah, it's
talented stuff. So this thread was like 10 days ago. Yesterday, the NHL mascots dropped.
Oh, is that right?
So let's have some fun. Jack's made us a video. We're going to roll through the NHL team mascots presented by AI. Okay, that's clearly the Ducks. No big deal there. Oh, we got some tunes too. Very good.
Nice.
That actually probably might be the most accurate looking. Why is the flame a duck? And look at the sea.
Yeah.
This Vegas guy fucks.
Look at the horn of that guy.
The king, I don't know. Here is that a magic wand or a stick?
Oh, look at this.
Kraken?
Kraken for sure. It does feel like Seattle there. They don't have the lettering thing figured out. They just know there's letters in certain spots. I think that should say Canucks. The Oilers one is special. Like that. I mean, use special in many ways. Sharks there. Okay. Interesting. So this Pacific Division. Now we're into the Central. There's Colorado. I like a bear for the Avs. That makes sense. Mountains, right?
All right.
The Blues. Does that look like a baseball head there? I don't know about that. The Hawks don't have beaks like that, I don't think.
Looks like he's going to take a shit.
The Jets did not like this. They tweeted this. They said no. That is
Smash
Predator.
It's a predator, all right.
Yeah, okay. I like the idea of him having a little make it talk.
How does the world come up with this stuff?
It's AI. We don't know. It's learning at 100 million times faster than we do, and it's getting better every day. We asked them to do this in a week. They'll all be better. Crazy. So there's the Bruins bear. That's an easy one. It feels like Leafs, lol.
Oh, dear.
Durr. Lightning, whatever. Don't care for that one. Let's see what else we got. That definitely feels like Montreal. Look at the background there. Seems to know. Panthers.
It's a panther.
Yeah, not that interesting. 3. That doesn't fit for the wheeled wing for me. Does it for you?
It's gonna get mugged.
Oh, Buffalo Rhett. Look at that. You'd go drink beer with that guy. the Hofbrew House.
Don't trust his pupils.
Senators, what is that?
What do you do with
There's a
Ottawa?
lot of
And the anals.
5 night.
Look at the letters. It's the anals.
Do you guys know the kids? They watch this 5 Nights at Freddy's. No.
Should I be worried?
Yes, your kids aren't into it.
That's the
All right.
opposite of the Flyers.
Well, sorry.
It's not good. That's horrifying. That looks like an axe murderer.
That's racist.
That's 5 Nights at Freddy's. All these stuffed animals are killing
and
people.
There's Johnny post Calgary. Look at that. Oof. Snowman Penguin.
What is 5 Nights at Freddy's, Rhett? Tell us more.
It's like a comic. I don't know if it's I think it's a video game even. Video game or a YouTube show, and it's these stuffed animals.
So we don't know about it.
Killing people.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, so there was some mascot fun for you. That lightened the mood after all that conspiracy draft lottery percentages, right?
Yeah, I wasn't so much the draft lottery percentages as much as something else. But
what was it? Oh, yeah, the other stuff there. Fair. Let's get to last night, shall we? Boy, Mark Spector had it written interestingly. The problem
5-1, just like you called it, Rhett.
The problem, he said, for the Vegas Golden Knights is that they are heading to Edmonton with the Oilers leading the series 1-1. And it did feel like that. The way that they, vacationed before game 1 and didn't show up and still had a 4-goal performance and throttled them in game 2. This was supposed to be a big Oilers win. They wore the wrong jerseys or they got the outcome wrong. This was a big Vegas win last night in Edmonton, fellas. How much did we see and what do we make of it?
Well, wasn't that trend, the Dallas Stars
We told
trend?
you. We fucking told you. Stars lost game 3. Edmonton lost game 3. Every single game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
And Rhett
exact
said
same result.
Yesterday, 5-1 final, going to be a blowout.
Yep.
And you were right.
Nailed it, Rhett. Just the wrong team.
Wrong side.
Yeah.
Pretty. I hate the Oilers. There's no way I'd cheer for the Oilers.
You'd never cheer for the Oilers.
That is true. And you wouldn't find a way to get both sides of the bet. Here was my summary for last night's game that I threw on Twitter. It was a representation of the AI mascots we'd seen earlier in the day. Just beautiful stuff. Not close.
Skinner out, Campbell in, Brossoit injured, Aiden Hill in.
Look good, Aiden Hill. Confident Aiden Hill.
They're going to need him to be confident because that does not look like something that Brossoit is going to bounce back from anytime soon.
And so, Rhett, I don't know how much of this you saw, but when Vegas was getting throttled in game 2, they made life very difficult at the end of the game. They tried to, set up game 3. They were being pricks. It was like, how do the refs manage this moving forward? Last night in Edmonton, the Oilers just said, yeah, we're not going to try tonight, and we'll be back for game 4. Do you care? Because, the Oilers are good enough to come and score 8 in 2 nights. I get it. But they really didn't use last night's dead time to try to settle any scores or, they just sort of threw their hands up and said, we don't have it tonight.
First of all, if you're actually asking if I do care, I don't. And I'm not surprised by it anyway. It's stunning to me that 2 of the highest skilled teams in the league can show up and absolutely fartburger themselves through a playoff hockey game. Right? Like the Leafs and the Oilers just, whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't even criticize the Stars as much because I don't consider them in the same echelon as talent. I think they've got really good teams. They got a good goaltender and stuff. But for 2 teams that are so highly skilled to show up with just no push, no desire, no drive at all. Happy to see it in Edmonton. Happy to see it in Florida. But still stunned that it can play out that way.
So they're up 2-1.
The Oilers are up 2-1.
The Vegases are up 2-1 on the Edmontons. Yeah. And it sets up a huge game 4, I guess, stating the obvious here.
Yeah,
just trying to figure out the big picture, right?
This whole playoff we've seen, if you want to get definitive on a 1-game performance, you can't do it.
No.
Because New Jersey was cooked after 2 games.
Twice.
Right? The Florida Panthers were down 3-1 to the Boston Bruins. All of this everything, there's a lot of things that have been done, and we can, and I put myself in this category. I know how I feel about this series now after watching a certain
And it was a
game.
dominant period.
And then it'll spin into the next game. So
there's been a lot of blowouts too for the series. There've been wild entertainment and lots of great outcomes and overtimes. There's been a lot of lopsided, high-scoring blowouts. For
the Oilers, if I'm Jay Woodcroft, I'm just trying to keep the drama level as low as possible. Don't get suspended. It's not a league where we have to beat people's heads in anymore. Run your bench in the third. Rest some of the top guys. We're not good tonight. It happens.
Yep.
Get ready for the next one. I'm kind of more in that camp, I think.
Tonight's slate. Let's look at it. As
Tell
we've
me
got
what to do.
a pair of gates.
Pearly gates.
Sooner than later. Okay. Carolina Devils. There we are.
Up.
5:00. Okay. We could have a series here. That'd be nice, eh? It's not going to be one if Carolina wins. If New Jersey wins, man, that'll be twice back-to-back rounds. They could theoretically come back from a 2-0 hole to be all squaresies.
And thumped the Canes in Game 3.
Got thumped in Games 1 and 2. There has yet to be a close game in this series.
Kochetkov, Freddie Anderson.
Anderson got the hook. It was Ranta in round 1. They've used 3 goalies.
Wow. Amazing.
Dallas, Seattle, that's your nightcap at 7:30. The Kraken looked phenomenal. They aerated Dallas in Game 3. That was on the heels of a game where Dallas looked to have righted the ship pretty seriously in Game 2. Hey, don't worry, we got this. That was just Game 1. Well, now they got to do hey, don't worry, we got this. That was only Game 3. Interesting. Seattle's got some...
Heiskanen?
I haven't seen it yet. I would expect we'll have news...
Game time is not in concussion protocol, so to your point from yesterday, Rhett, they'll bubble him up, and I'm sure he'll be out there.
Where she goes. Bad news for the Colorado Avalanche. Nichushkin mysteriously left. They had injuries all year, and now this. Gabe Landeskog, cartilage transplant in his right knee. Surgery will be performed in Chicago. 30-year-old forward will miss the entire 2023-24 season. That's after missing the entire 2022-23 season. So it'll be 2 full seasons coming off a Stanley Cup championship for Landeskog, where he will not play a single game. This is not good news for the Avs captain. They missed him and others all throughout this year. It's been a rough year for the Avs for injuries. This was supposed to be right by Christmas. Nope. Maybe by the playoffs. Nope. Not even next year.
Mark Mathot tweeted this morning that he had the same surgery, and wasn't trying to say that this is it, but he was not that rehab was so difficult he was never able to get back to an NHL level of skating, and it was done. So he wishes Landeskog the best, but it does not
not great.
This is an attempt to save your life post career. This to me is not a surgery that you're doing to go out and try and play.
$7 million is the cap hit. That'll be $7 million that they know today they'll be able to use for next year because he's not coming back. So
that's true. He'll be full LTIR the full season, so you could spend that money. But again, it's like somebody going to come in for a 1-year deal. And then
sorry, Gabe. Hey, if that's it, last game of his career, lifted the cup over his head. Worst ways to go.
Oh, shit! He's got
he's done.
5 years left on that deal.
I would think
after next year.
I would think if you're going to that, because the cartilage replacement it's pretty new wave and cutting edge stuff, and I heard, I looked into it for my shoulder. It's months of nothing. Do not do anything.
Don't move.
No, maybe it's different knees and shoulders.
I'll put it in my cock.
So he has got $7 million a year. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I think he wants to be done. If you're doing that, and I don't mean wants, I mean he's smart enough to look at it and go, if I'm going to have a life post hockey, this is the type of surgery I have to have. And there's a huge probability that I won't play again.
Yeah.
6 years left on his deal. He's going to miss all of next year. 5 after that. It's 7 a year. And he's just...
because he just signed that thing. Now, could it be also that this is drastic measures, but this is if I'm coming back, I need to try and do everything I can.
I think so.
To get it right.
It's over. It's not over.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound optimistic.
I'm not. I know nothing about it, but it seems like a pretty big deal. But
Don't have a lot of baseball news yesterday, but I did have this image, which I thought you'd enjoy, fellas. It was not a great night for somebody at a baseball game.
Is this you? Yeah.
Oh, dear. Kansas City. They were winning, at least.
Oh.
You ever puked on a baseball field, Rhett? That's a nice stream.
Gotta hydrate. Get that guy an IV, Rhett.
You know
Why
what?
don't you go to the dugout, son?
I give him credit. I criticize baseball players for being soft. That's not soft. If you're out there and you're in that bad a shape, that's
Good on you.
that is something. That guy is playing guilty.
Well, there was a guy in the
Just hung
NBA
for the
last
nuts.
night. He had a burp puke. He had a mouthful of vomit, and he was on the.
So you're telling me you saw a burp puke video and we are this far into the show and you don't have it up yet?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He doesn't like
the video. Wasn't
makes him gag.
It wasn't great.
Okay.
No, I had the video for this one, but yeah, it was. It was kind of. If you didn't know what was happening, you may not know. It was not that obvious.
Okay.
This one, very obvious.
I got lots of submissions for our Cavalry contest for the upcoming game Saturday at 5. Quick reminder to check your social streams. Here's the post on Twitter if you need a reminder. Get your chance to get out to.
What is it for people that aren't watching?
Weather. It's a pair with Pinder giveaway alert. Cavalry FC, second home game of the year, 5 p.m. kickoff at Echo Field.
And what is the giveaway?
It's you and a buddy get to come to a Cavalry game with me and Anthony from Village Honda, presenting the Pinder Report.
There you go.
Yeah.
So go on socials and enter. Get after it.
2 things to close out. Now, I didn't know this was a big thing, but in the University of Southern Carolina, there's a mascot named Cocky. Cocky graduated yesterday, and she told the world, finally unveiling her identity. I thought this was kind of neat. You have a son that's graduating this year? Is that right?
I do, yeah.
So you're going to be doing all kinds of convocation stuff like that. Let's see as she lets the world know.
Let's go. When she keeps those on?
This is terrible.
That's what they're doing for your kid? Same deal?
Maybe it was a had to be there, Rhett. Because they're loving it.
I love it. Look at those shoes. 2 years is Cocky. Now she's got to find a real job. It's tough to be this popular somewhere else. I thought it was kind of cute thinking about your guys' big feet, right?
Yeah. Let's go.
And finally,
that was really good time well spent.
We will head to.
How long was that? Was that 20 seconds? Because we could have put that with the draft.
Long,
it was your 20 seconds.
That's right.
What's worse, watching balls bounce around or this?
To Australia we go, and weird things happen on the playing field, the pitch. Well, Aussies are a little off too. We know that. Let's go live here to the Aussie broadcast.
Well, up north, that grass. I think he might be just trying to package a little something up for post-game activities, perhaps. Who knows what's going on? What it is? No, I know what it is.
What are you eating the grass for?
Wow, when a dog doesn't feel good, they eat grass. It helps them puke. There you go.
True. Rhett knows dogs.
Ties it all together with the puke.
Big dog.
That's your Pinder report on whatever date today is. There you go.
Village Honda, proud sponsors of the Pinder Report.
Aren't they?
Located in the Northwest Auto Mall. They're your dealership for life. VillageHonda.com. And, of course, as we mentioned, that $1 million buy-in event continues. Sellers receive a tropical cruise for 2 exclusively at Village Honda, VillageHonda.com. There you have it.